After you experience narcissistic abuse, this is the types of grief you may experience. Why is it so difficult to move on after ending a relationship with a narcissist? How much does this pain really weigh anyway? Why do you always seem so sad? Why do those events keep playing over and over in your head? I don't see why you keep blaming yourself. Put another way, and you lost a lot of ground during and after the relationship. You will need to recover quickly from this major setback. Time must be given to this procedure. But what do I mean when I say that I've had a loss? I say we look into it and find out. These 4 losses are the most devastating that may befall a person in a narcissistic relationship, and we'll be discussing them today. I want to know first, what was the most important loss you sustained while in the narcissistic relationship? Tell your survival stories in the comments to inspire other readers. If you'd like to be alerted as soon as I publish something new, just hit the bell icon and the subscribe button. Here's the most current update I've made. Having no one to turn to for help is a significant problem. Before you started hanging out with the narcissist, you were your own person. You seemed like the type who could enjoy life outside of work. Indeed, you were a discerning individual. You had a strong sense of right and wrong in your own life. You were moving in the right direction and knew exactly what you wanted out of life, so you could say that you were living a balanced existence. Upon initially meeting the narcissist, you may have thought they would just add to the already excellent standard of your life. But what happened after you two first met? They did, indeed, take all you owned. They depleted you of your vitality and willpower until you were a husk of your former self. You'll be probed and poked fun at about the things you like and dislike until you stop enjoying the ones you once held in high esteem, but now devalue. You were duped and gaslighted into believing that you were the insane one. You needed to think about how you felt about the world, about yourself, and about this relationship. So much so that it became completely warped and exactly what the narcissist had always hoped it could be. Because of this, you transform into a different person. You may have misplaced some of your most prized belongings. The things that used to bring you happiness no longer do. This has resulted in your complete lack of drive to achieve your goals. You stopped living because you were too preoccupied with surviving. If you're terrified of anything, you start acting in ways that reflect that fear, whether that's by fighting, running away, or staying frozen in the face of danger. One of the worst things that may happen in a relationship with a narcissist is that you lose sight of your own identity. You no longer have any idea of who you are. In addition, we no longer have the capacity to experience you, or being. All that's left is a person with a toolkit of coping strategies and the hope that they can eventually readjust to the world from which they've been isolated. One more thing is that there was never any real sense of safety in the connection. The narcissist was always a danger to be around. Am I? Is that right? Please comment below if you want a response from me. At what point did you feel secure being in the narcissist's presence? If the narcissist's reaction to a trigger is unpredictable, I'll assume you didn't. Maintaining order requires constant monitoring and alterations to their environment in response to any changes that may affect their behavior. How did that make you feel? You become someone who is constantly hyper-attuned to the environment and hyper-attuned to them, trying to learn how to navigate the system and this link in order to escape punishment, prevent feeling that misery, avoid being abandoned, avoid being abused, or avoid being put down. The couple's history was fraught with potential twists and turns. Therefore, the degree to which you felt a lack of safety is not just determined by the conditions of the connection or by your psychological state regarding the relationship and its value. The narcissist's total lack of loyalty to you has probably impacted your worldview in addition to affecting your sense of safety. Unimaginable. They pretend to be one thing, just to turn out to be another entirely. That must have shaken you to your very core, making you question the safety and goodness of the world. You can't trust anyone, not even yourself. They are universally regarded as narcissists. You're always on the lookout because you know danger could be around any corner. The breakup with the narcissist hasn't alleviated your anxiety. You feel stressed and anxious all the time. There are a lot of unknowns in the future. How much longer do you think they'll keep up this pattern? What they will do, I simply cannot predict. Since losing faith in humanity, you find it difficult to approach strangers and start conversations. Threat to life and limb once again. Human beings have 3 basic needs: safety, space to grow and learn, and independence. As defined by Maslow's theory of motivation, this means working to improve one's character. Yet the most fundamental feeling, that of safety, is missing. There's no way you could squeeze through there, in my opinion. The inability to feel safe and the loss of safety after ending your relationship with the narcissist are the primary things preventing you from moving on. Your mind is still processing the shock of being away from the familiar narcissist and determining whether or not you are in a safe environment. The third problem is the decline of autonomy. The most effective weapon in a narcissist's arsenal is the ability to make their partner doubt their own abilities to deal with life's difficulties. That's what happens when you hang out with narcissists. In an effort to bring you down, they said some hurtful things about you. They attempted to debunk your creativity. You lost pride in yourself as a result of what they did. They left you feeling helpless and like you had no idea what you were doing in life. Plus, they made sure you relied solely on them. You can no longer make decisions for yourself since you are dependent on them too much. All monetary relationships are severed between you and them. They prevent you from accomplishing anything at all. You can't leave the house and have to fulfill their requirements by doing the bare minimum of work. That's exactly what happened. They shrunk you down so small that you can't even function in the world anymore and have no idea where to go or how to get there. You'll always find yourself in a hopeless scenario when trying to do something, since that's exactly how it was designed. Those who wish for your downfall will spare no effort in achieving that end. The gaslighting and manipulation will get much more intense after that point, and you lack the intelligence and competence to deal with any situation successfully. It's plain to see that you have no real potential for success. This is what you caved to, and it was the beginning of the demise of your sense of agency. You stopped believing in yourself and accepted the fact that you were helpless. They're victorious because they use superior tactics, and you don't grasp how they operate. One knows they are loved when one realizes one can't imagine their life without their loved one. You lost control of your life and identity as a result of your dependence. The fourth is the most significant: having your expectations shattered before ever meeting your narcissist. You had too big of a dream. I can tell you have some sort of objective in mind. You've apparently settled on a specific way of life as a must for yourself. You set a target age for yourself in order to have completed a certain task or accomplished a certain objective in your professional or personal life. So you've finally met the narcissist. Tell us what occurred next. They ruined it by making you feel bad about yourself. Some people doubted your worth and abilities. They questioned your skills. To put it another way, it's astounding how much time you wasted. Your dreams died along with your youth, opportunity, resources, money, and financial stability. The more time you waste, the more chances you lose. Make the most of your time here, because you won't get another chance once you depart. Unfortunately, there is no way to undo the past and bring back what you've lost but mourning. When something disappears, it does so permanently. As an added bonus, The narcissist assured you of rapid development. A future together, a family, and a happy ending are all things people aspire for when they get married. That's the advice you've been given. However, the thing they sent was something straight out of a nightmare. Because of this, it will be impossible for you to succeed. No glimmer of hope remained. You've all taken a big hit here. Give up your youth, your time, your goals, whatever it is you need to. I don't understand how you can be so casual about grieving such a huge loss. Both the person and the relationship you enjoyed deserve your sorrow. Moreover, you should express sadness at the death. The death of one of your former selves is caused by this connection. I know you're having a hard time pulling yourself out of this funk, and I sympathize. You'd have to be patient and sympathetic. Indeed, you owe it to yourself to treat yourself to that. Our program for today is now finished. Help me out by subscribing to this channel, giving this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and letting me know what you think in the comments. We may talk there thereafter if you're interested. In the meantime, begin recuperating. Please feel free to watch my other videos. Have a nice day.